Hello everyone, Grandma here. Today I came across this nice fall recipe for maple ginger pudding. Grandpa loves pudding, so I thought I would try this recipe. The ingredients you need are 2 cups of milk, a half a cup of maple syrup, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, 2 eggs beaten, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. To make this pudding, I have my pot here, and now I have to have my heat on medium heat, and now I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of milk, a half a cup of maple syrup. I'm using pure maple syrup. That's all we use. We use the pure maple syrup. I don't like any other syrup. And to that I'm adding 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and a half a teaspoon of the ginger. And now I'm going to mix this well. I have to add the remaining milk, which is 1 3/4 cup. And I have to bring this to a boil. This is a very easy pudding to make. It only calls for 6 ingredients. Now this has to come to a boil. It's starting to thicken. I've had it cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes, and now I'm waiting for it to come to a boil. You could feel it thickening. As you can see, it's starting to boil now. Now it came to a boil. So I'm going to take the mixture off the heat. I'm going to take the pot off the heat. Now that I have it off the heat, the pot, I have to take a half a cup of the mixture. Okay, that's a half a cup. And now I'll move the pot over. Now I have to put the eggs here. And now I have to whisk the mixture very slowly into the egg to temper. Because you don't want to make a scrambled egg. Okay, now it's all been whisked in. So now I have to put the pot back on the heat and add the mixture back into the pot now. Okay, now I'll just stir it with this. And now I have to stir this for 1 minute constantly. It's all done. A minute is up. And now I'm going to remove this from the heat. Now the last thing after I take it off from the heat is I have to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla into it. You just add the vanilla at the very end. And I'll just mix it well, and then it'll be ready to put in my dishes. You could put it in a glass dish, and you have to cover it with saran wrap, But when I make pudding or jello, I use my Tupperware. I use my Tupperware little dishes that I've had for years. These are such vintage, and they each come with a lid. And I like the lid on it because when you make pudding, especially, and you have the lid on, you don't have the skin on top of the pudding. I personally don't like it, but Grandpa likes the skin. But since I'm making this pudding, it calls to be covered, so I'm going to cover everyone. And now I'm just going to ladle the pudding in the cups. These hold a half a cup. Whatever you're making, it's a half a cup into this. And now I'll put my lid on top. Now I have to burp this because the air needs to come out. Now I'll take the next one. Put the cover on. Always burp it to get the air out. And take the next one. And these are very nice. They're a nice little serving of pudding. A half a cup, that's all you need. And that's it. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little dishes of the pudding, and now they have to be refrigerated for 2 hours. After 2 hours, they'll be ready to enjoy. How's it taste, Grandpa?
Let you know in a minute, Ma. Looks good with that whipped cream ring around it. Came out good, Ma. Taste that maple and a little bit of ginger in there. Really good. Delicious. Nice flavor. It's nice and smooth. The texture. I've never had this pudding before, maple ginger pudding, Ma. It's really good.
I know. That's why I made it for you, Pa, because you love puddings.
Yes, you know I love pudding. And this is completely different than any other pudding I've ever had.
Yeah, this is a nice fall pudding.